The evidence was perfect. Too perfect. A weapon with his fingerprints, camera footage with his face, and a victim who knew him. So why did he keep repeating the same sentence? I didn't do it. But the data doesn't lie. Greyford Police Station. A man sat inside the interrogation room. Name, Elliot Grayson. Accountant, no criminal history. Yet the evidence against him was overwhelming. Sub-Inspector Rao handed Mara the file. Last night, a man was attacked behind a warehouse. The attacker was clearly captured on camera. He placed photos on the table. Same face, same height, same build. Rao continued. The weapon had his fingerprints. His phone location placed him at the scene. The victim knew him. Mara flipped through the photos slowly. Her eyes paused just for a second longer than usual on one image, then another. She closed the file. And yet, she asked quietly. Rao sighed. He keeps saying he didn't do it. Mara stood up. Then let's hear him. Elliot looked exhausted, confused more than afraid. Mara sat across from him, calm, observing. You understand the evidence against you? Yes. And you still say you're innocent? Yes. Rao leaned forward, then explained the camera footage. Elliot shook his head slowly. I can't. I've never been to that warehouse. Your phone says you were there. That's impossible. Mara watched him carefully, not his words, his reactions. Where were you last night at 8 p.m.? At home. Anyone who can confirm that? No. Rao muttered, That's convenient. Elliot looked frustrated. I know how this looks, but I didn't do this. Mara leaned back slightly. Then she asked, Has anyone ever mistaken you for someone else? Elliot hesitated. Sometimes, long ago, when I was younger. Mara nodded, as if she had just confirmed something. Later, a dark room, screens glowing. Mara replayed the CCTV footage, again and again, frame by frame. She zoomed in, paused, rewound. Rao stood beside her. You think he's lying? Mara didn't answer. Instead, she noted something quietly, almost too quietly. She switched to the arrest photographs, studied them, then back to the footage. Her expression didn't change, but her focus sharpened. Rao frowned. You see something? Mara simply said, Keep watching. Something deeper. Mara reopened Elliot's background file, scrolling. School records, medical history, family details. Her hand stopped. Just for a moment. Rao noticed. What is it? Mara didn't show him. Instead, she asked, If someone wanted to live as another person, how long could they do it? Rao shrugged. If no one questioned it, years maybe. Mara said nothing, but she kept looking at the screen. The interruption. A phone rang. Rao picked it up. Then his expression changed. Sir, Elliot Grayson's credit card was just used downtown. Silence. Rao turned slowly. That's impossible. Mara was already standing. No, she said calmly. That's confirmation. Police rushed to the location. An old residential building. Footsteps echoed. A man ran. Stop! Rao shouted. The man turned. Just for a second. And Rao froze. Same face. Exactly the same. Officers tackled him near the exit. The man didn't resist. He just smiled. Calm. Unbothered. Mara stepped forward, her voice steady. I was waiting for you. Back at the station, two identical faces, separated by glass. The man finally spoke. Adrian Grayson. Rao exhaled slowly. You framed your own brother. Adrian shrugged. People believe what they see. I just gave them something to see.
Mara stepped closer. "Now," she began, not questioning, explaining. "You copied his life, his habits, his routines." Adrian's smile held. Mara continued, "But not perfectly." She placed 2 images side by side. The camera footage, the arrest photo. Rao leaned in. Mara spoke calmly. "You reviewed everything, but you didn't notice the details you couldn't rehearse." She pointed. "The small inconsistencies, the physical habits, the patterns people don't think about." Adrian's expression shifted, just slightly. Mara's voice lowered. "And then there was the past." She placed an old photograph on the table. 2 identical children. "Records don't disappear completely," she said. "Only if no one looks carefully enough." Silence. Then, Adrian leaned back. For the first time, he wasn't smiling.
Later that evening, Mara drove outside Greyford, toward the countryside. A small house, warm light inside. Her mother greeted her with a soft smile. "You came suddenly. Work finished early." Inside, familiar voices. Her younger brother and sister. Always arguing, always laughing. On the wall, an old photograph. Her father, in uniform, an insignia. Unspoken questions. Her sister had once asked, "Didn't he work in intelligence?" Their mother had replied gently, "Yes, and he was very good at it." But the official story said he died. Mara had never fully believed that.
The next morning, Greyford Police Station. Rao closed the case file. Adrian confessed. Multiple identity crimes. He looked at Mara. "You saved an innocent man." Mara picked up her coat. "No, I followed the pattern." She paused, then added, "The truth always leaves traces. A beat. And sometimes, it hides in the details no one thinks to question." Rao watched her leave, still thinking about everything she saw and everything she didn't say. Because with Mara Vale, the answers were never given immediately. They were uncovered, slowly, precisely, and always, at the end.